Hey guys, my name is Dice Rollin', and today we are going to be taking a look at a much-loved Halloween horror movie staple. Night of the Demons was written by Joe Augustine and directed by Kevin S. Tenney. It stars Amelia Kinkade, Hal Havens, Cathy Podewell, William Gallo, and Linnea Quigley. You know what that means! I'm gonna have some censoring to do. It was released on October 14th, 1988, and was received by some not-so-thrilled critics. However, over the years, it has gained popularity, and a fan base that enjoys it for its late 80s Halloween glory. So without further ado, this is Night of the Demons. The movie opens with Night on Bald Mountain if it were done by Tim Burton-inspired credits, which I'm here for, honestly. The first group of characters we're introduced to are Stooge, played by Hal Havens, Roger, played by Alvin Alexis, and Helen, played by Allison Barron. Stooge's favorite hobbies include drinking and driving, being a general asshole, and festively mooning elderly people. This is Sal, played by Billy Gallo, who is also a dick. And this is Judy, played by Cathy Podewell. She will be our goody two-shoes for the evening. She arrives home just in time to talk with her boyfriend Jay, played by Lance Fenton, about their plans to celebrate this Halloween night. They have been invited to attend a party instead of the school dance. The only problem is it's being hosted by the weird goth girl Angela, played by Amelia Kinkade.
Who do you know that'll give a better party? It's like Christmas to her.
He's got a valid point there. The only other person I could think of that could do it better is Marilyn Manson. Oh, and just to add to Judy's uncertainty, the party is being held at the infamous Hull House. Why is it infamous? We'll find out later. For now, we're almost at the 4-minute mark and there haven't been any gratuitous shots. Much better, but it's short-lived given that Judy's brother Billy, played by Donnie Jeffcoat, is a pervert.
Wow, prodigious boobies, sis. If you keep on going, you'll have to hire someone just to tie your shoes.
They're gonna spend a fortune on this kid in therapy, and he's still gonna turn out to be a sociopath. While Judy prepares for the party, Sal arrives to bully her brother into telling him where this party is, all for the purpose of getting into Judy's petticoat.
What do you think I am, some kind of idiot or what?
Yes.
By the way, did I mention Linnea Quigley was in this movie? This is a very effective distraction for Angela to grab all their party necessities. You can say what you want about Angela, but at least she takes the time to provide proper snacks and drinks for her guests. Speaking of food, I think Judy's mom should stop watching Martha Stewart's cooking show. Judy and Jay head out to Hull House and pick up Max and Franny, played by Philip Tanzini and Jill Terashita, respectively, along the way. And it appears that Stooge, Helen, and Roger have a flat tire problem that the others are, shall we say, reluctant to help with. I can't really blame them, but at the same time, I think we can agree at this point that practically everyone in this movie is a dick on some level. Arriving at the Hull House, we learn why it's such an infamous location. It used to be a funeral parlor, it's close to the cemetery, and the Hull family was murdered there on Halloween night. Wow, we've nearly covered everything, and we're not even at the halfway mark yet. There's also an underground stream around the house that prevents evil spirits from leaving, according to an old legend. Inside, Sal is waiting for them in his usual douchey manner, and soon everyone is in attendance and the party is in full swing. Unfortunately, it doesn't take long for their festivities to come to a halt, though, when Stooge's stereo dies. So Angela convinces everyone to perform a seance with her. And we have a winner, my friends! One mysterious noise later, and Stooge finds a full-length mirror for them to use for this past life seance. Also, Roger is traumatized by whatever he saw when Stooge dragged him along to investigate. It was probably Stooge's dick. Once everyone gathers around the mirror, it's not their past lives they see. Helen sees a rather grotesque demon's reflection and freaks out, causing the mirror to tip over and shatter. Thus ends the shortest seance in history. But the damage is already done, and the demon possesses Suzanne, while Angela tells everyone they need to leave. Roger seconds this, given that he's likely seen some horror movies and knows how this usually goes when there's only one black man in the group. Not very many people take either of them seriously, however. Max, Franny, Judy, and Jay go off on their own to explore, while Roger and Helen attempt to leave altogether. The group gets even smaller when Suzanne leads Stooge off, but not before a little demon swapping. Meanwhile, Max gives more unsettling exposition on the Hull House and the land it's built on before going off with Franny. This leaves Jay and Judy all alone for some intimate time together.
Just hold me.
Boner killer. While searching for the gate they were pretty sure they came through, Roger finds that Helen has disappeared from his side and locks himself in Angela's car. Back inside the house, Judy gets locked inside the room she and Jay were in, after a fight over her past love life. Suzanne has something of a poltergeist mirror moment and disappears, leaving Stooge baffled. At this point, you may be wondering what Sal and Angela are up to. Not what you would think. Sal is a little more than freaked out by this, while Stooge is horny and ignorant, which results in him losing what's undoubtedly gotten him into trouble thus far. Meanwhile, Suzanne is practicing a magic trick, and upon Jay's arrival decides to play a game of hide the sausage. Sal informs Angela that he's had enough and is leaving, and when your hostess's hands are on fire, I can't blame him. It's not that simple though. Roger finds out what happened to Helen, and other people in the house start to be brutally killed by their various demonically possessed friends. Sal and Roger search for Judy while avoiding Angela and the other demons. Once they find her, however, Angela finds them. Roger wastes no time in hauling ass, leaving Sal and Judy to discover what happened to Jay. Suzanne obviously doesn't take rejection well and backhands Sal out the window, which means that Judy is all by herself. Or not! Just so you know, Max's arm went on to find Ash Williams' hand, and they're currently trying to make an alliance with Thing. Judy searches for a way out and finds the only option has a bit of a drop. Sal manages to climb out of the hole he was thrown into, in time to keep Angela from killing Judy. But alas, he sacrifices himself to do so. Judy manages to get herself safely down with Roger's guidance. They're certainly not safe yet, though, and descend further into the house and find the incinerator. Being cornered again by the demons and with no way out, Judy makes her own flamethrower, while Roger has a mental breakdown. With Stooge and Angela subdued for the moment, Roger and Judy find a way out of the house. But there's still another obstacle in their way. But hey, good news, all your friends are back. Bad news, they're all sorts of fucked up. Roger and Judy struggle to climb over the wall, which is honestly what they all should have done in the first place, while evading their grabby possessed friends. They finally tumble to safety just as the sun rises, meaning that Halloween is over, and thus these evil spirits must return to where they came from. So Roger and Judy walk home, and I can only imagine how awkward it's going to be to try to explain why all their friends are dead. And with that, the credits roll with The Beast Inside by Dennis Michael Tenney, Rick Lowe, Steve Ring, Bobby Thompson, and Paul Ojeda. So how was our night with the demons? I wouldn't say that the plot of Night of the Demons is anything new. Not even for the 80s. But it seems like the creators knew that and just decided to have fun with it all the same. And it is fun. It has loads of horror tropes with possession, a haunted house, Halloween night, zombies, character stereotypes galore, and gore. It's so 80s, it almost hurts. And that adds to its charm. Add in that it's set on Halloween, and I can see why people latched on to it since its release. Ironically, it's an entertaining movie to watch with a group of friends in celebration of our favorite holiday. And if you somehow manage to find yourself in a haunted house to watch it in, all the better. Just don't try any seance shit. The film also has a certain kind of atmosphere that I can only describe as Halloween friendly. Dark and shadowy with a good bit of warm orange tones. Plus, what's more Halloween than a party in an old house that everyone's afraid of? I can't say it's really vibrant in color. And the dark portions can be a little too dark, but not distractingly so. Acting-wise, you're not gonna find anything spectacular here. Not saying everyone didn't have fun with their parts. Believability is practically non-existent and very cheesy. But again, it's part of the movie's charm. And how can you lose when you have Linnea Quigley in your movie? I'm not upset about Amelia Kinkade either. Almost every guy was a dick though. Whether or not that was on purpose, I deem the performances passable, and no one was irritating enough to pull me out of the movie. The practical and special effects haven't aged terribly well. I do have to say the demon designs aren't bad though. They work just enough for you to go, yeah, okay, that's a demon, sure. You're very much aware when a mask or a dummy head is used, however. There are a lot of cheap jump scares which I know can be annoying to some. The soundtrack is pretty cool, with Dennis Michael Tenney, brother of our director Kevin S. Tenney, providing nearly all of the songs and scores, except for the song that was used for Angela's iconic dance scene, which was Stigmata Martyr by the Bajas. It all goes well with the movie, and I can't say I didn't like what I heard. With all that being said, I'm giving Night of the Demons 7 out of 10 bloody thumbs up. It holds a nice helping of 80s cheese. I didn't see this when I was younger like I know a lot of people did, and by the time video stores would have piqued my interest, they were a thing of the past. But I did enjoy watching it, and will likely add it to my Halloween movie list from now on. I recommend this movie to 80s horror enthusiasts, Linnea Quigley fans, and anyone looking for a good movie to watch to get into the spirit of Halloween. It also might be kind of funny as a follow-up after watching The Exorcist. I'm just saying. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like to let me know. And don't forget to leave a comment down below and tell me what you think of this movie. And if you have any suggestions for movies you'd like to see me review in the future. Also, don't forget to share this video to help the channel grow, and subscribe for more videos like this. See you later.
Do you guys have sour balls?